Reapers Hideout. Now, for those who are quite new to the game, Reapers Hideout never used to be a thing. In fact, the Reaper's Bones was only introduced 3 years ago in the Ships of Fortune update, which introduced the emissary system to Sea of Thieves. They were the sole reason for the emissary system. Without any trading missions like the other trading companies, they were implemented for one sole reason: to hunt down other emissary ships. In fact, having an emissary flag of any type, whether you're an active Reaper or not, is telling the entire world you're on the hunt for a treasure stack, so you become a viable target. And even if you have no loot, the flag is still worth a lot of money, even at low levels. And yet, 3 years later, people still don't understand this when you're sinking them. But before it was Reaper's Hideout, it was merely an abandoned island that only had one purpose in the very first update to Sea of Thieves: Hungering Deep, where it was merely a quest objective to locate Merrick's old ship, the Killer Whale, and retrieve a journal. But in the dawn of 2020, we started to see things crop up on this island, namely a stone circle, which then formed into a scaffold. A new NPC came along who we now know to be Wanda the Warsmith after she fell victim to the skeletal curse, and eventually, over time, Reaper's Bones became the hideout we all know today, complete with a Flameheart Jr. But no one believed that for a while. Dig number 2476. Just recently, however, it was revealed in the Sea of Thieves comic that Flameheart Jr. spent most of his time, along with his minions, underground. And no, I don't mean underground, I mean literally underground, digging out a secret layer beneath the surface. And it wasn't until Season 8 that we finally gazed our eyes upon it. Further expansion to the island which opened up its true nature, and revealed to all of us that any Reaper had been working for a faction of the Skeletons all this time, loyal to Flameheart Sr. But although this underground area is vast and pleasing to the eyes, it's still very much a ramshackle area, carved out of surrounding stone, much like the overland itself, where the entrance to Reaper's Hideout is still very much a ramshackle area, which really doesn't serve the self-anointed king of Sea of Thieves any justice. However, there are signs that Reaper's Hideout may be getting some more evolution. If you head over to the other small island at Reaper's Hideout and stand on this rock near the picture of Merrick and his son, you'll hear this music. Now I know what you're all thinking. This is just the music from the layer beneath Reaper's Hideout. It's nothing. Well, two problems with that. Firstly, this isn't the music from Reaper's Hideout. This music never plays when down in the layer. This is actually the musical score for the Heart of Fire Tall Tale, one of the original domains of Flameheart Sr. Secondly, this island is nowhere near the underground layer. Here's Reaper's Hideout, and here is an overlay of the catacombs below. They go nowhere near this island. So why is this music playing? Well, this isn't the first time something like this has happened in Sea of Thieves. It seems the environmental artists sometimes drop an oopsie and put musical scores in areas long before the art team drop in the environment. A few examples of this was the dark and eerie music at Golden Sands, long before it became engulfed in a shroud and the adventure started. Certain underwater areas used to play the shrine music long before they were implemented. Even some of the Heart of Fire music could be heard above the ground long before the Tall Tale came to the game. There was even a spot on the old scaffolds for the Sovereigns that began to play their music. I was asked not to mention the last one at the time that I found it, but I think we're safe to talk about it now. But these kind of musical oopsies always happen in Sea of Thieves, so when they happen, they're somewhat important. But now this island too plays some ominous music, like there is supposed to be something grand here, but it's still merely a swamp. So what could it possibly be? First of all, this overlay on the map, at this point right here, the closest area to the secondary island is where below the surface, the blocked off door resides. So this could be intended for something underground, and we're hearing the music above the surface. Flameheart Senior will return in his full form at some point. The developers have also revealed that his return will be momentous and will shape and change the game world. So my thinking is Golden Sands was saved and we now have Port Merrick, which is a result from the community-driven choice from the adventure Lost Sands. But we also had another community-driven choice named The Return of the Damned, where this time the Reapers won. So the Reapers really have to step up their game. It was also revealed that if the Reapers had won the battle for Golden Sands would have become a Reapers garrison, so we would have still seen a vast evolution of the landscape and large structures being made, but it would have all been to serve the Reapers. So I think we're going to see a similar construction begin at Reapers Hideout. This outpost is nowhere near fortified enough for the self-appointed King of the Sea, and now with more minions hacking away at gold and stone and an entire endless supply of recruits, it's my belief that Reapers Hideout will too become a fortified area similar to Golden Sands, but gothic in nature, and this island will be home to the Throne of Fire, where Flameheart Senior will sit and gloat over his minions. Which, by the way, is an awesome name for the new Reapers Hideout, the Throne of Fire. I'm coining that right now. Thanks for watching, peeps. Before I go, I just want to shout out the wonderful people over at Apex Gaming PCs. They have been a sponsor for the channel and the hardware behind the channel's production for a long time now. They offer some great builds for people who haven't got the foggiest how to build a custom setup. You can either pick from a bespoke line that will tell you the sort of games you can play in HD, or you can do a little research of your own and craft your very own rig. Plus, if you use code Falcore at checkout, you can save some cash, and all links are down below. But until next time, calm seas and wind in your sails. Peace!